Cool, cool. We are live. So, yeah, I'm live. Anyway, I hope the microphone's working. Let me see. Is it picking up my voice? Is it? Okay, I'm really soft-spoken. So, I'm just double-checking. And I want to erase this a little bit lightly because I want to redo the pattern on it. Because it's all like, I want to build layers, but there's just so much going on. And all the directions are wrong. Oh, this, by the way, this is going to be a skull. That's why it's like purple here. That ended up happening. And I wasn't going for that. But I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. So, yeah. Yep. Everything's gonna be okay. Awesome. So what color was it? This looks like 1007. Yeah, it looks like 1007 to me. Oh boy, where is it? Wow, I thought I put them all together. No. I put it somewhere. Where is it? Oh my god. Where's 1007? There's 1007. Hi, Alex. Long time no see. Good evening. Come on. I'm just going to be building up layers. Oh shit, what happened here? It's like smeared a little bit there. Oh, that's a shame. What am I drawing? It's a Pokemon from Pokemon. Let's see if I can get rid of that. It's color pencil. I wonder why it like got there. Okay, I think I cleaned it. Alright, I'm right here. I'm back. So there's some pieces here that are just like pieces of eraser and not actually color. Hold on, I keep sneezing. Okay, well, I want to sneeze, but it's not coming out, so that's a funny thing. It's a ghost type Pokemon because they're my favorite. I love ghost type. Well, it's ghost and steel, this one, but you know. Hold on. What is there something underneath here? I don't know why it's working out. I think I did some live streams before where I'm drawing this. I think they should still be up, if I'm not mistaken. Right now I'm just building up the layers because it's going to change colors and it's going to get darker and lighter in some areas. And I just want the direction of the pencil to be coherent. Did you want me to zoom out on the picture, Alex? If you're there. Well, I think there's a mosquito in my room. No! I'm trying to kill this dang mosquito. No, there's a mosquito in my room. Dang it. Oh my god. I'm gonna fall victim. I see it again. I swear. Get over here, mosquito. Dad. No. Oh my god. It's a mosquito. figure out where I want this to go. Oh yeah, it's not perfectly circular here. Yeah, because of the way the letters are. You know, I didn't think about that. Oh boy. I guess it's okay. Or I'll have to redo the letters. But I don't know. I was thinking we could do something. Do something that could like show like there's like a broken portion. That way I don't have to deal with the you know, problem solving. Design problem solving. I like cats, you know. Yep, I have two. My favorite little guys. Yeah. Awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Looks even better. And I forgot, like, one of these is going to be a cave. One of these is going to be a waterfall. And then the other one is like a sun going through a waterfall. And then over here is supposed to be a sun-filled forest of pine trees. Yeah. A sun-filled forest of pine trees. That sounds beautiful, right? Everything's gonna be awesome when this is done. I'm so excited for it to be done. So proud of it. So proud. Cool. Alright. Yeah, it is very pretty, right? Alright, next. I need other colors, and what other colors was I going to use? I have all my notes here for the colors. So that's probably going to be 932. But I don't know, I'm trying to figure out where like, what light source. I guess that will be dark or whatever. I really like 932, but I feel like 132 is better transition. This is like 932 is a little too purple. So I need what it's called, 132. And I just need to do the edge. Awesome. You have to go? Alright. Bye. How am I still getting 0 fucking purple marks? Everything's gonna be okay. This is gonna look awesome. Anyway. Awesome. What's next? Well, it does need to get darker. I'm just trying to figure out how do I draw a cave, because it's a little bit hard. Like, is it just like a tunnel? Because, like, you know, a dark cave is pretty fucking dark. So I just, like, I'm trying to figure out how do I actually show, like, okay, I guess that could work as a reference. Let's see. Ew, the mosquito's back. I got it. I got it. It's dead. Okay. Anyway. So, something like this. Something like that. Something like that. How big would this be? I'm trying to figure it out. Like that, I guess. Maybe. I guess that works as a reference. It's going to be pretty hard to draw like all of that. It's alright. It's just there's a lot of fucking detail. And I can't use black. I don't know, it was a color darker than 132. It's like a dark blue. It's because black is just too dark. It's just way too dark. And I'm wondering what could I do? What could I do? Why not use blue, you know? I don't know. So I'll just have to experiment. That was the problem I ran into last time. That's why I had to start over. Is because I'm like, like I don't have a darker color, but I need to make more values, but I just don't want it to be like looking yeah, this ultramarine, this is not ultramarine, this is 208. This might actually work pretty nice. Especially when it's light. That might look good. $10.40. This is really great. I'm not even sure how this would work. Next to 132. I don't know, I feel like it would blend well. I don't know. Let me try it. 1040. There we go. Wow, that actually looks really nice. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Okay, I'll have to put that to the side because I wrote on the back side. This will actually give more depth to the purple, which is good because it was starting to look a little flat anyway. There you go. That actually made it look a lot better. Alright. So what part of the picture is the brightest? Okay, and that part of the picture is the darkest. Alright. I might just try this. I think we'll be fine. Even though it's kind of bright, I still think we can build on it later. But right now I just need to map out like what parts are brighter. There's gonna be a lot of freaking detail that goes into this cave. I didn't realize I was muted this whole time. Oh my gosh. I'm alright. I was muted this whole time. What a mess. Oh my goodness. It's alright, I'll figure it out. Give me a minute. No, I mean, I guess it's gonna work, I don't care. Yeah, I guess the dark gray is a pretty good idea. Awesome. Alright, now we gotta draw all the freaking details of the freaking rocks, which is so hard to draw. I have to make it look like a rock. How do you make something look like a rock, you know? Like, it's just all like lights and shadows and stuff, so it's kind of like drawing a nose. That's why I'm like, how do I draw this rock? Because, like, I don't want to make it look like a brain, you know? So let's have, like, some crevices, you know? I think this looks like a cave. I think this looks like a cave. This violet might help. Might need some white. Oh, hi. I'm guessing you are Mark. I call you Mark. Yeah, okay, my mic's on. Yeah, how have you been doing? I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing better. Yep. I think I'm doing better. I'm doing, I think I'm doing pretty good at like minimizing pressure on myself. Or just like more sovereignty over pressure. No, yeah, that's what I meant to say. More sovereignty over pressure. Yeah. I'm trying to draw like the inside of a cave, and it's really challenging when it's supposed to be a really dark cave, and I'm just trying to figure out how on earth do I get these values to show up. Yeah, good for me. It's been a while since I was doing any drawing. I was thinking about doing like something a little bit more experimental, but for another stream. I have a artistic software, and it makes mandalas, but they move in like a 3D pattern, and you know, that might be like, it's kind of like I guess it could be like a trippy psychedelic pattern, but that's all it does, you know. So it'd be like kind of like a chill thing to do, or experimental thing to do, and I get to draw on it, like, and then the colors change in real time. Yeah, and that game I was playing, I don't know how to beat it, so I just kind of gave up on it, but it was fun while it lasted. I don't know, I'm just not like thinking about it anymore. Like the chasing was bullshit. I couldn't seem to like run away from the bad guy, and he just keeps like popping up, and I'm like, I don't understand, how am I doing this wrong? Need some whites. I guess it doesn't have to be white exactly. A gray lavender might work. Okay, it's good at like kind of blending it, but I was hoping to get something like brighter, so I guess I do need white after all. I have no idea where my white, I found it. So this is supposed to look like a cave, and I don't know if I'm doing a good job. But I hope it works. I guess it doesn't really matter because like I did my best. But it's supposed to be a cave. Like it's a dark cave. It's just hard it's just hard to draw like all the fucking little details of the rock, you know? Like rock has so many crevices, and you know, there's just so much texture, and I'm not like equipped with a lot of space to give that implied texture. It's like really hard to duplicate. I think this white is like brightening it up there. Oh boy. Okay. I guess that part is done, I guess. Anyway. So the other part is like a waterfall and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do here. The other colors. So I guess this part is done. And now I'm going to focus more on this area. Yep. That's what I'm working on. I guess we can make it just a little bit brighter here. It doesn't all have to be the same color. What's neatos? What did I say? Did I say something? There you go. I definitely said something you just don't remember. That's alright. Alright, there we go. I'm getting a good color going. Here we go. Look how awesome that is. That color changing is awesome. Anyway. This is supposed to get lighter on this side. So I'm probably not going to use the blue, but probably like more like lavenders and lilacs. Still wonder if I made this still too weird, but I'll look at it later. I made a Jimmy Neutron reference. I don't think I did. I know what you're talking about. I might have said it unconsciously. I wasn't trying to. Are you just playing with me? I really don't know what I said. Here we go. That's what it is. I mean, that just sounds really general. But yeah, I mean, I guess. I guess, yeah. You don't remember the context of it, yeah. I've been watching a lot of anime. It helps me ground. I don't know if it's like a distraction or something, but I've been having a hard time. I mean, like generally, like I'm good today, but like I've been having a hard time waking up. And it's not that like I can't stay awake. It's like the experience of waking up is just really, really awful and disturbing. Cause my dreams feel so real, and then I wake up and I'm just so fucking pissed off because like nothing feels real, you know, and then I'm just like I'm in a bad mood. Like, every time like I wake up, I'm in a bad mood, and it's not that like I was having a good dream and then I was angry because I woke up. Like, no, I mean, just in general, just waking up is awful. You know, and like, even though I get exhausted and I'm tired and I want to sleep, I don't really like the experience of, like, when it comes full circle and I wake up, because vivid dreams are not very restful, number one. Number two, when I wake up from vivid dreams, they piss me off. Because the distinction between reality and dream, like, doesn't have a very, very clear or obvious landing ground for me. So it's just awful. I don't know how to describe it. You know, I'm just so fucking grumpy. So then, you know, I just watch anime, and then I kind of feel better, and life is just like easier to handle, I guess. But I don't like it. I really don't like the whole experience. Because I don't even get good sleep anyways, and then I wake up and now I'm just mad. You hate waking up also? Sometimes first thought I have after waking up is fuck. Yeah, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I think that's like, so, that's also what I think too. It's just like, oh my god, like I'm awake. Like, I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking pissed. And then like I do my bed and I'm just like grumbling and mumbling like fuck, oh my god, I hate this. I'm awake, and you know, and it's like, and then especially like when I'm hungry too, and I wake up, then I'm like, oh my god, I gotta fucking make food, and I don't have any fucking energy, and this world doesn't even feel real, and my dreams are so vivid, and I didn't even get enough sleep, and I'm just like trying to, let me just eat my veggie wraps and watch my anime, because that's the only thing that's gonna make anything like work. Like, I literally, I'm just like, I just get rage. There's rage in these little hands. Rage with nowhere to go. I just need like proper sleep. And I don't like eating when I'm angry either. It's not good. It's not good to eat when you're angry. But I just don't have any way to like land, you know. I don't know, it's weird. It's like, you know, I wouldn't really consider watching TV as something grounding, right? But I don't even think it is grounding, and I don't even know if my body can ground anymore. Like, my root chakra is probably like, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. Like, it's, I don't know, man. Like, I can't even like think about like my own chakras with a dysregulated nervous system. It's just too complicated, you know, to just, you know, fix or just like ground outside. And I literally go for walks, you know, and think, you know, maybe if I see the sunrise, maybe today will feel more real. Nope, you know, and I still do it, you know, because I don't like being inside all the time. Hello? But yeah, like reality and dream time feel like pretty much exactly the same. And one of these days I need to try like lucid dreaming, because maybe that might make it all worth it. Because it's just, you know, if I'm gonna have vivid dreams, might as well like try to benefit from them, you know. But for the most part, it's awful, you know. It's like, man, I really want some sleep, and then I wake up and then now I'm mad, and then I can't go back to bed, and then I'm like stuck in an ungrounded reality, and I'm angry the whole time. And it's just, I'm just really having to manage, you know, can I keep myself happy? Can I keep myself balanced? Can I, you know, take care of my needs even when I don't feel that good? I don't know, it's just like, what am I supposed to do, you know? Well, I just do whatever my nervous system can handle. Whatever my nervous system responds to, that's just what I'm supposed to do or be aware of. Like, what else am I supposed to do? Just take care of my nerves. Right? Just take care. I really like this color gradient here with this like light purple and stuff. It reminds me of tanzanite when it's heated up, like the crystal tanzanite. One of my favorite crystals is tanzanite. I have some tanzanite. They're in the bead form. A raw tanzanite would be awesome. Hope I feel better soon. Yeah, well, I'm feeling alright now. But that's just a pattern I've been having to deal with. I marked a little bit here and I wasn't supposed to. Alright, this looks pretty good so far. The skull here looks pretty awesome. Yeah, I figured they were a bot. They had a weird energy. I was just like, when I said hello, I was like, hello? Like, I feel like this should still be dark, but even though I lightened it up, I don't know if it's because like I put too many dark lines here, so maybe if I make them purple, I don't know. Maybe the problem was that I was outlining them, but maybe I really should have just been shading them. to talk to you about the Solomon magic. It took me like 2 business days to figure out what I was talking about. So, you know, it was pretty interesting, but I didn't realize how much of it was a lot like ceremonial magic. And I'm pretty sure if I had the energy, I would like dig into it more. It's still fascinating, but there's just certain like things about it that I just kind of don't like. Of course, like first being like the ceremonial magic part of it, but like the idea of like constraining spirits and like you have to like bind them down and then make them do what you want is like really weird to me. Like, you know, like I think that's like some kind of weird like old idea that I guess like made sense back when Solomon magic was happening, or that's just how they saw spirits, or I don't know. But like I just don't see them that way. Like the idea of me like having to bind down a spirit, you know, and like make it work for me is just a little weird. And like I don't want to participate in that. Like, so, you know what I mean? And there's like so many good like energies or personalities or personas or whatever spirits that are just willing to help you just because you ask. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a little weird to me. So like that part of ritual like doesn't really resonate. But the other part is like the ceremonial part of it is that it has a lot of specific instructions and stuff, which I don't like about ceremonial magic. So I'm just kind of like, you know, I think the correspondences are probably more useful, or like the heart of it is probably more useful, but I don't know, it just, every time I look into the history of magic or look into like trying to understand something more like logically and concretely, it just doesn't make sense. Like the more you study magic, the more it feels really, really crazy. But I don't think it's because it's magic's fault. It's just like a lot of books and whatever have been burned, you know, and just, you know, finding them in libraries and stuff. Like there's just a lot of hidden things. I don't know. It is crazy, yeah. And so, you know, I don't know, like sometimes I wonder if some things are like lost in translation, or if it was like other people's bias or other people's ideas of how spirits work or what needs to happen. It's just like, you know, so, you know, and I don't know, it's like some people really believe like that's how you need to work with spirits and that's the right way to do it. And I'm not going to deny that they have, you know, success with that, but I kind of think, you know, if you really believe it to, if you expect it to work a certain way, then it will. And that's what I like about chaos magic is like, you know, people just strip down like the bare bones of what makes magic work, and we don't need all these elaborate rituals. We don't need like to do things exactly this way. It's like, you know, it's just like, it's still accessible magic, but just because it's more, you know, complicated or it's more dramatic or whatever, then, you know, that doesn't necessarily make it better, but it does impress the ego. So these idea of like a dramatic, like you gotta bind down the spirit, you gotta like make it do what you want it to do, and you gotta do things this way, like all that stuff is it's for the ego, and it's not a bad thing. And that's you know, I think sometimes ceremonial magic, you know, gets a lot of flack or criticism for being so uppity, you know, of like how you should do things. But the reason why, you know, ceremonial magic is like that, it's because it's for the initiate, you know, who is on the path of expanding their consciousness, you know, rigidness and order and, you know, all that structure that comes from ceremonial magic teachings, all that discipline, all that repetition is just to prepare the initiate into magic, but they still have the ego that they need to, you know, cultivate into higher awareness, right? So, you know, if it looks impressive to the conscious mind, if it seems, you know, dramatic to the conscious mind, if it's speaking towards like duality, for example, you know, things that cater more to the ego, then, you know, when people do that magic, their mind feels more confident in their magic because they've you know, jumped through all the hoops, and that's what kind of makes it very effective in that way, because the ego is satiated at that time, you know, in getting prepared for magic and all the crazy things that they do. I don't want to mean crazy like in a derogatory way. I mean crazy in a way where it's like, you know, that's a lot of work, you know, just to do this ritual. That's just, you know, like, it's just, I don't even know how people get that time, you know, to do that. Or, you know, it's just, I mean, there's a reason. I mean, you know, that's pretty much the biggest reason why, like, ceremonial magic doesn't really have an appeal to a lot of people. Most people would rather be chaos magicians. But, you know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not really, you know, ceremonial magic is not really a bad thing, but sometimes magic can seem so simple that people don't have confidence in it. But that's why you are the magic, right? So I'm saying, like, I'm pretty sure one way or another, like, someone's probably gonna make a grimoire with Solomon magic that's probably like more cohesive, I guess, or more applicable to chaos magicians or people who want it more simple. I've seen, like, I have a couple. Do I have a couple? Oh yeah, I have a couple of grimoires that are with Enochian magic, and you know, Enochian magic is like considered to be what's it called, complicated or hard to learn. But there are people who kind of just take the bare bones of that and like make magic that works, and it's still Enochian magic. It's just not, you know, not as complicated, you know, and that's the magic I prefer to do, rather than like the complicated stuff. But I do think, you know, the complicated stuff can be powerful in its own way, because of how it satiates the ego. Magic that's easier, people have a hard time having confidence in it. But if people put more work into their ritual, if there's more complications to it, if it appeals to their ego, you know, I could definitely see why when they finish their magic, like, they would feel more connected to it or have more confidence in it, you know. Then there's the emotion and the structure works very well, which is what impresses upon the subconscious mind, right? And that's what makes a really strong magical will. But then again, you know, it's like some people, you know, prefer it that way, some people prefer it the other way. I don't really think it matters as long as it works, right? But that's just typically, like, you know, why, you know, what ceremonial magic is all about. It's to, you know, help the initiate expand their consciousness over time. And that's where, you know, I mean, that's like literally the whole point of ceremonial magic. You know, and then when you're good at magic, you realize, you know what, the magic is within me, so I don't need to do all this work. I don't need to do all these things, right? So it's just kind of funny, you know, there's the saying that goes like, the better you are at magic, the less you do of it. And it's not because But it's not because, you know, you don't need it anymore. It's just like you are the magic. Like, I don't know, you know? But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. You know, if I had more time or energy, like, I think it's still pretty cool that my intuition was leading me there, but like I can't at this time like make my own grimoire version, like chaos magic version of Solomon magic, but with less of the stuff I don't like, you know? Like, I really don't like the implication of duality and the idea of like enslaving or binding a spirit to make it do your will. Like, that's not the type of like magic I prefer. Because to me, like, power doesn't come from taking it away from others, you know? So it's like that whole idea of like binding a spirit and like making it do what you want. It's just kind of mean. Like, really? Are you kidding me? Like, if we are to be what we wish to see change in the world, like, why would we do that? Why would we participate in that? Like, that's just not where my heart is at. But that's the thing, you know, like, if that's what you work with and that's what you expect, then that's the reality you're going to manifest. So, but I just prefer a different reality to participate in, you know. So I just don't want to build those constructs. I don't want to participate in them. I don't want to feed into that, you know. I don't, like, you know, it's just not where my heart's at. It's just not what I want to do. That's not really what I want to promote or say, like, oh, that's what I do. Like, no. And I don't know, it's just that the whole duality thing, I don't know if that like comes from fear or from just the tradition of Solomon magic. But I'm just kind of wondering, like, do we really need to do that? Do we really need to bind down spirits and then make them do what we want them to? What we want them to do, you know? Like, are you serious? Like, really? Like, I don't know. Do people think that's cool? Do people not question that? Like, that's really what people are willing to do? Like, do they not think about this? I also kind of found it funny how, like, supposedly, like, Solomon got his magic just from asking for it, and supposedly, like, God just gave it to him, and I'm like, he asked for it and God just gave it to him? And then all of a sudden he could talk to the fucking trees and plants and animals and, like, you know what I mean? And, like, crystals and stuff, and, like, and everyone else, like, every other magician, like, doesn't get to have that experience. And it's just like, okay, this dude just got it because he asked for it. Like, I'm alright, sure, why not? And I just kind of wondered, like, what was the point of significance in us knowing this? Like, what are we supposed to take from that? You know, he was just blessed by God and he just became this really awesome magician psychic. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. I don't know what to... I'm not denying it, you know. I'm just like, what am I supposed to take away from that? Because that seems pretty damn cool. But I can't imagine that be easy, you know, easy to have. You just, like, one day wake up and you're super blessed as a magician, as a psychic, and, you know, you have all this power, and, you know, so. But I guess, you know, like, if your mind is that powerful and you think you need to bind spirits, and if you think you need to to do that, then I guess why can't that be your reality, you know? So maybe that's just the way he saw things. But that's a little weird, like, because having all that power, but you don't, like, where's the wisdom that you're learning from in that, you know, like, or is it just for fun? Like, is it just for fun? Yeah, I guess there are multiple versions of the story, but it's just a little funny, like. I don't know if all these little fucking textures here like make were helpful. It still looks like a cave. I don't know, I think maybe I'll try too hard. Maybe I'm trying too hard to make it look like a cave. Maybe I can just make it look like the opening of a geode. I don't know, I think it's just too hard to draw with, like, maybe the color values I'm working with, or it's just too small. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm getting a little bit mad at this part, so I'm not going to make too many changes. Alright, so I don't feel like sketching these parts that I'm going to do here on stream. So I'll probably like sketch those parts off stream and then color it on stream. But I'm still a little confused about this whole like cave system part I did here. It still looks weird to me. When I talk about magic, I feel like I'm in my own world. Yeah, I feel better about the way it looks now. I just have to accept it's kind of impossible to draw it the way I was hoping to. So I'm just gonna chill. Because it does look like a fucking brain. It does not look like a rocky area. Not at all. And I'm not going to cut that. No. guess that's alright. Anyway. I'm thinking about ending the stream soon. This is what we have. Oops. Come on. Trying to zoom out. I wish I could zoom out better. Oops. There's like some wispies on it that I have to blow off the page because it's going to start leaving marks on places I don't want it to. There you go. Looks pretty awesome. Just gonna stand up. I feel like maybe the lights are too bright because I don't think the colors show up right. I lowered the lights a bit, hoping that helps. You see? That's what we worked on so far. I wonder if it's because like I drew the whole thing in instead of like leaving it white, like for the eye sockets, and maybe that would have been better. I don't know. But it's okay. I mean, it's supposed to be a dark cave, but you can't really see much in a dark cave, so I guess it works out somehow. I feel like this should be more white, but I don't know, it's okay. I'm gonna take a picture of this and put it on Insta, so that way people can see like the update. I think so. But yeah, I've been streaming for what, 2 hours already? I kind of figured that's what I would be. I think I'm ready to end the stream. So yeah, I know Mark wanted to be right back, but I don't know what else to do at this point. What else I could do? Well, he comes back, but yeah. I think that's everything. It looks really pretty. I'm very happy with it. Anyway, this is supposed to be a skull, if, like, in case you didn't catch it. Then, like, these, the elbows are like the cheekbones to the skull. And because this is like a ghost type Pokemon, which is like death, you know, so that's why there's a skull there. I thought that looks really cool. I was trying to figure out what to get the background because I didn't just want it to be a white circle, but I also just didn't want it to be too boring of a background. And then this came up and I was like, you know what, I think I like that idea. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it. Bye. Thanks for everything.